Welcome back to Apollo Justice, and now it's time for us to go to the detention centre and talk to our clients, who hopefully should be in a more cooperative mood.
And hey, it's my favorite detention center theme of the series. God, my least favorite game, but my favorite detention center theme.
I prefer the one from the first game.
I prefer Justice for All.
Pedro, sure?
I don't know. I kind of prefer the first games.
I like the first games one.
Classic.
But they don't have any decisive evidence.
When has that ever stopped
When
them?
has that
Josh?
Yeah, I was
before?
about to say that.
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but only
once in a blue moon.
But only someone as small as him could have gotten out of that room.
Curse this small figure.
Right. The air vent.
Oh, I know this. Press L2 and R2 to go through the air vent. You absorb them.
And he lied.
Do we need to use the I forgot what control we used
Magatama?
for the matchstick to see the broken glass.
No, remember to Apollo's special power is the
bracelet.
not the Magatama.
Machi to buy, he can't see. And speaking of him,
Is that Morse code?
Nah, he's just not speaking.
Machi.
Hello?
howdy. Speak of the devil. And that's not me for a change.
How does anyone in this universe style their hair? He looks like he's doing okay.
Trucy's got the most normal hairstyle out of everyone.
Yeah.
Well, Maya's usually fine. The bun is not that.
I forget. Why did we come here?
I don't know. You tell me.
Apollo,
Wow.
this is your job, isn't it?
Wow, it's not that perfect for Apollo.
Oh, wait.
It's not like we can talk to him or anything.
Well, he can write.
No, it's that Machi.
Words are overrated.
It's that Machi is not talking.
You're saying that in a visual novel.
Feelings are what matter, Apollo.
Okay. To Trucy's
No.
credit, that's gonna make sense in Dual Destinies.
Yeah, but Athena's not here yet.
Don't you think
Friendship is
Trucy was
magic.
foretelling the future because she's magic?
It's kind of hard to build a court case on feelings.
Hindsight. And honestly, Apollo, there are plenty of court cases that are built off of feelings.
But since we're here, anyway.
Jeez, Apollo, you're a bit cynical.
Did they actually intend to come here, or were they just passing by and thought they'd have a chat?
Might as well get what I want to say off my chest.
I think you have to pass through here at some point.
If you need someone to complain to, I'll listen. God knows you
Aw.
probably want to.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. You would be great at Fairfence Rev, Trucy, because they complain a lot.
I think she's actually worried for me.
Guys, Trucy's back!
Yay!
Where the hell have you been?
Like I said, it's that dang first half. I mean, things get so much better in the second half. That doesn't save this case as a whole, but
So
it's like night and day. So yeah, let's try and get him to talk.
I'm not sure.
So, what did you think of the trial today?
It was bullshit.
Bullshit. Horrible.
I'll give it a 1
Words
out of
cannot
10.
even describe.
Well, it's like what Trucy said. Words are overrated.
And look, Machi doesn't have any words either.
Well, it's his first time having a court case over here in dystopian America.
Oof, I'm glad he doesn't understand English after all.
Or does he?
Dun, dun, dun.
Again, somebody get Regina from Dino Crisis to translate.
If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind by that trial.
Why are you smiling when you say that?
Chipper attitude.
No, but there's chipper than there's being a psychopath.
Limited sprites.
Hey, all's well that ends well.
All's well that ends well. Still at the station square.
You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's not guilty, we win.
True. So why is he acting so
Aloof.
Secluded.
Yeah.
Oh no, if he's innocent, we win.
It's the same thing.
Synonymous.
Here-
Trucy, look, I want you to sit down and, oh.
Machi might not understand English, but I get he gets that better than you do.
Judgmental, much.
She kind of has a point, though.
You were saying about Trucy being back?
Well, Trucy kind of has a point in this regard, though. It's like, well, yeah, okay, even if he's innocent.
What?
Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh, anyway, Lamiroir's
I think
testimony.
to present something.
I'm glad Lamiroir testified. What a great person.
Debatable.
What a great lying siren she is.
Yes.
Well, okay. I guess
I'm
to
so
be
glad
fair,
Lamiroir came in to lie and deceive the court. Isn't that wonderful, Joba?
I mean, to her credit, yes, she has amnesia, but okay, Lamiroir, you could have done stuff way better than you actually did.
She even got Machi off the hook by naming another suspect.
Darian of the Governors, the detective.
Okay, Tio, you know how the one thing about the Stone Turnabout you didn't like was that it had to be Luke Atme as the bad guy? He's such an awesome
Yeah.
character to go. This is kind of how I feel about Darian being suspected all of a sudden. He's one of the few characters in this case I liked, and a character who had so much potential to go on, and yet
Ever
already we're
squandering even his
suspecting
first
him.
appearance.
You can't have nice things.
Not in this game, no.
It's like how in Turnabout Big Top they made Acro the bad guy, the one sane man. I mean, I guess to be fair, we sort of should have seen that coming, but I digress.
If no one told him there's a new suspect, how would he know?
Actually, you know what?
It's kind of similar to
Okay,
the way...
okay. You know what? You know, actually, to be fair, I guess in a way it makes sense. The character who acts the least insane at a circus would probably be the most suspicious one. So that I can at least buy. But Darian, oh god, Darian is kind of Luke Atme 2.0 in regards to he is a character with potential. But I digress. You know, and at least with Luke Atme, you could tell that they
Apollo
were.
is feeling a disturbance in the force.
In the force.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's that vibration again.
I must be imagining.
I can imagine Apollo like trying to keep his arm on the table, but the hammer is vibrating like.
Like no one's trying to give her a ring.
Mr. Justice, do you have a call on you?
It's kind of like it's kind of like an Heavy Rain, Joe, because most people are very disappointed about the reveal of who the killer is because they really like the character.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, I gotta take this call. Hello?
Well, of course, Pedro,
Yeah.
because Scott Shelby was one of the few people whose accents they could actually
the new
understand.
version- it's the new version of the phone shoe.
Yeah, the phone bracelet. He doesn't understand what we're saying, right?
Then
I mean,
why would the
see, the
bracelet
pro-
react?
Yes, Pedro.
But it's a bigger problem though, because making the killer the person you least expect is a very typical tradition in mystery writing. The problem is that Darian being the culprit just comes out of nowhere.
And like I
You
said,
know,
Darian...
we're going to explain his motivation, all that shit. Don't get me wrong. However, again, there was no way for us to even guess that there was another culprit. You know, the game kept us in the dark. Forgot the entirety of it.
Let me put it like this. This case needed a lot more plot twists and turns. When I first heard them suspecting Darian, I thought, okay, there's gotta be more to
Trucy,
this.
It's not a machine.
If there is something that's more to it, folks, I'll just let you
Machines.
wait and see.
It's not functioning.
Or it's scared because you keep making those I'm so mad faces.
Yeah, you really need to work on your emotions, Apollo.
What about your face right now?
Don't think I ever seen an Apollo facial expression that is actually intimidating.
He constantly has that sort of angry eyebrows look.
He
Was I
just,
that
he
bad?
just looks a bit annoyed at worst.
Machi lied about not being able to see.
You can't see me.
Yo,
Machi's a young John Cena. But what if that's not all he lied about?
Oh, maybe there's more.
maybe he can't speak.
Maybe there's something more that the preteen
General,
little
like, he's
kid is
mute.
hiding.
If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do.
Hey, Jova, there may be something there that wasn't there before.
I forget, how old is Machi?
What does the
Uh,
contractor state?
It's probably like 12, maybe.
Let me check.
No,
I mean,
if it was
You should ask
by,
him.
by 12 years means by attorney standards you're already a full-grown adult. So
No, Pedro. It just means you're a prodigy. Okay, he's 14.
Excuse me, there's an 8-year-old assistant detective in the Greatest Attorney series, so I'm pretty sure in this universe, by 12 years old, you're officially a full-grown adult. You're probably an old man. You're an old man by the time you reach 20.
Pedro. You're still regarded as a child. You're just regarded as a genius child.
Yeah, we'll be back, Machi, but we gotta ask you something else first.
Even though Jova, there was a previous game that told us that life starts at 30. Like, okay, can we make up our minds on how ages work in this universe, please, Shooter Krumi?
Yeah, different strokes for
They
different
just
folks.
have a very good education system.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the case.
Yeah.
Machi can see, and Lamiroir can't.
What a twist!
Brilliant.
I mean, they do something with this twist, but, well, actually, let's see. Yeah, the twist is that there's publicity behind it. Yes, there's more to the reasoning behind it. Let's just say, though, it's weird.
The whole world's gone topsy-turvy.
We really need to start using that Grinch clip more. The one where he goes, brilliant!
Sorry, Apollo. I don't think we're going to get any information out of him. Out of Machi.
Well,
Stubborn.
So much for that.
yeah.
Which makes sense.
So why exactly did we come here again?
Well, we came to try to get him to talk.
Because...
See, okay.
Potatoes.
See,
Yeah, I guess it does.
See, here's the thing. Normally, see, this is normal for Ace Attorney. Here's the thing, though. Normally this is how you go. Yes, speak to your client. But
Don't worry,
your
guys,
client...
I'll present the badge, that'll help.
Not sure.
Oh, now he
dude.
says something.
Go
Oh.
on, Siri.
Just speaking wingdings.
There's an alpaca.
Just speak gibberish. Just say gibberish.
Speak gibberish, Siri.
I think he said...
Okay, let's see what Trucy thinks he said.
Someone get Google Translate. I am sorry I cannot speak your language. You are very beautiful, fair maiden.
What?
You
Thank
think
you.
very highly of yourself, don't you, Trucy?
Well, she's in showbiz.
This is why I never trust a translator.
especially if it's Google.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To be
Okay,
fair, it actually has improved, but it's still pretty bullshit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the badge didn't work. Let's go to the Sunshine Coliseum.
Can you?
Oh, look,
feel
there's a
the
Gavin
sunshine?
blimp in the
No.
air.
Oh, an actual new background. That's refreshing.
Oh, yeah, I actually like
Ooh,
this
what
one.
a great day. It's perfect weather for sleeping.
Well, yeah, it's at the very least. Well, no. The new background. It's not like this show uses its background. This series uses its backgrounds all
No,
that
but for
much.
this case, we were very limited.
The weather matters for an investigation.
Yes,
Well-
Apollo.
I'm not investigating in the rain.
True that.
Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days?
Hey,
Pedro WXC has stopped working.
Sure. Let's get started.
Well, this is not like in Fair and Survive. Every time a new background shows up in that game, I get scared because because it just sounds magic to me. Sure.
Right on. Show us your stuff, Apollo.
Show your moves.
What stuff?
Yes.
Your investigation skills thing. Oh, your voice training. It's the perfect place for it.
Oh, yeah, that
It
thing of
isn't.
yours that you haven't done for a while.
In a public place, you'll get done for disturbing the peace.
I know the exact words, but you need to say, teach me about bazongas.
I
Don't
did
wa-
enough at home, thanks.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Apollo. All you have to do is go around, talk to random people, solve the puzzles that they throw at you, and you'll find the answer.
But
There's
I'm
no
not
need
a-
to be shy.
I'm not a top hat wearing dick.
Oh, so you've heard about...
So that's Trucy in this case.
Yeah.
Keep that up and you'll never make it on the big stage.
Trucy's wearing a top hat. Ask her to do it.
But it's your thing.
But it's Trucy's now. She's wearing a hat, therefore it's her thing.
No, I mean
You can
the
yell
shouting
into
you're
the hat.
fine.
Yeah, but that's just yelling a catchphrase, not investigating. I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I am a lawyer.
Then you're in luck, because it's lawyer's weather today.
Look, Apollo, I'm just gonna put it like this. Take it from a pro, you're gonna see a lot of stuff a lawyer should never see if Phoenix's journey is anything to go by.
So, can we get going with this, please?
Get on with it.
Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout, "Objection!"
No! Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going already.
This feels
Thank
like
you.
something that we would get if we presented a bout of
And suddenly
evidence.
Trucy's gone again.
Oh, there we go. Never mind. Let's have a look around. Sunshine Coliseum sure is living up to its name today.
The architecture is really weird.
Interesting.
It's huge.
Very Australian.
Brilliant observation, Trucy.
Glad.
And Mr. Gavin got to play on that enormous stage. I'm so jealous.
Oh, don't worry, Trucy. I'm sure you'll have your time soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for.
Someday, I'll fight my first battle on this stage.
A children's card game.
You'll see, Tio.
Battle?
Dun, 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 dun,
Well,
dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
It's not
Oh,
that.
I get it. I get it. This is we're going to connect our cartridges to Pokemon Stadium so we can fight them in 3D.
They don't do gladiatorial contests at these places anymore, Trucy.
Bummer.
Aww.
Wah, wah.
Wah wah.
No one told this to read Scott.
Really? I had no idea. I wonder why they stopped.
Julius Caesar took a permanent holiday.
Yeah, courtesy of a son.
Sometimes I worry about her.
Protect the smile, Apollo. Protect it.
Yes.
In the dark age of the law, you have to protect it with your life.
Phoenix, Mr. Wright, enough of that shit already, please.
What? It's only the second
Look,
time I
a
mentioned
blimp.
it.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is
It's a Gavin's blimp.
Those balloons next to it have ad banners on them.
Shoot
What do they
me
say?
down.
Club TV, guilty as charged. Governors, guilty as charged again.
Let's see. Big sale. All shirts 50% off.
That's
Ooh,
not what it
None of them say that.
I guess she's
No,
referring
that's
to one of the other signs on the other side of the blimp.
Oh, it's an ad for the department store next door. What department store?
The tall one over there.
I get the
That's
feeling they're
not
looking
next
at
door, Jova.
Dwibs, I get the feeling they're looking at a different background than us.
Maybe.
What's that creature there?
Dun 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 dun
Creature?
dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
Oh no, no.
Oh
worry.
yes.
Oh, that's
Don't-
the police mascot, the Blue Badger.
Don't worry,
Oh,
I don't
please.
put. Don't worry, I don't put the music in.
Aww.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get to hear a remix of it in Investigations.
It's life size.
Well, that's kind of the whole point of the whole.
Oh God.
Haven't you seen them around town, patrolling the streets?
So now it's more than the mascot. Now police actually wear them around the streets.
That would
patrolling.
hinder
see me
the
rolling.
ability to chase criminals.
They hate him.
Yes. Now even Law and Order has a mascot.
Dun, 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 dun,
But isn't-
dun.
But wasn't Bradley Walsh enough of a mascot for Law and Order, at least around here?
Apparently the Brits just... Hey, don't look.
He's a mascot for
Look,
Doctor Who
Dwibs,
now.
we played the crossover. Even the Brits love the Blue Badger, apparently.
Okay. To be
Yes,
fair
sir.
to, at the very least, the Blue Badger is not as scary as the big baby animatronic from Baby Geniuses.
I've seen the stuff on British TV scarier than that. I can show you one, actually.
Oh, what a sweet kid. Give Big Baby a big hug.
Anyway,
Yes.
I don't think you're showing true Blue Badger spirit, Apollo.
Well, that's because he's not a cop.
and besides, his favorite color is red.
Oh, but that's ironic because I hate red. Look, a massive sign for the guilty as charged tour.
Dwibs, would you say in neck turns red's bad?
I guess a giant prosecutor Gavin stares out over the arena.
Ooh, maybe I can take it to the office when they're done with it.
So I'm guessing you're not. So I'm guessing, Dwibs, you're not big on the traditional Spider-Man suit. That you usually wear one of the other colored suits in the game.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, that's the picture for you. Where would you put it? You couldn't even get that thing through the front door.
Then I'll put it outside. It'll be good for business.
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Trucy,
False
there's a bit
advertising.
of a flaw with that.
False advertising.
You
Not
can
a-
carry it back, Apollo.
Just as long as no one comes expecting us to prosecute.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good
That could
point.
be a bit of a handicap.
Well, if anyone comes looking for a concert, leave it to me.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to handle that just
Trucy.
well on your father's salary.
She's using Gavin to promote her own act.
Trucy, we could barely afford to rent out the Borscht Bowl Club. What hope do you think we have of renting out a Coliseum?
Yeah.
Is this part of some twisted plan for us to make our singing debut, I wonder?
Apollo, there are plenty of evidence that suggest you should just run away now.
Tio.
Yeah.
If he runs away, then he's abandoning the famous Phoenix Wright's daughter. That's a big no-no.
Well,
Considering
okay,
what both Phoenix and Herb brought him so far.
that's
Yeah.
everything done. Let's go backstage.
Phoenix
Yeah.
just kind of dumped his kid on Apollo. Just
Well, sure, right. To Phoenix's credit, Phoenix has a lot of work to do to support his daughter.
I know, but yeah.
He's not exactly
War.
making the lawyer bucks that he used to.
I'm sorry about today.
It's okay. You are forgiven. There is nothing you need to worry about.
you
Ma'am,
apologize
no
for
offense,
it?
but your veil kind of makes it hard to understand.
You are merely defending Machi.
Are you okay?
Narcolepsy,
Alone?
Trucy.
I mean-
Narcolepsy.
Ma'am, wake up! Ugh, we've lost her.
But wait.
Humans are blessed with 5 senses. Ah, yes.
Ma'am?
Is this going Saint Seiya?
Even robbed of one, we get by.
Well, she can't see anyway, so she probably would have told us she's sleeping.
Though it does
have-
make
I have a
being
question.
a witness rather difficult.
I have a question. She's on her own right now. Is anybody else here aside from her?
Oops.
I don't know.
How does she get around? Where?
Yeah, doesn't she? She doesn't have a cane, obviously. So.
Usually she gets around with Machi, but Machi is arrested.
Listen to the music.
Maybe she does have a cane, but Machi leads her on stage as part of their act or whatever.
Possibly.
Unless somebody just left her out in the hall.
We just dumped her.
Just abandoned her there.
I heard your footsteps several
I
times the
mean,
day before.
I'd like it to be the former, but
Wait.
considering how much of an asshole everyone is in this case, I'm willing to bet it's the latter.
Wait, you can recognize people's different footsteps? How does that work?
You'd be
Shoes.
surprised.
Pedro, I'm sorry, you're a Disney fan. Haven't you seen the Aristocats?
That's the thing too. That movie's so forgettable, and as you can probably guess, too, I haven't watched that movie
Basically,
much.
depending on shoe size, quality of the material and everything, you can recognize someone's footsteps. That's the short version.
And with
Also,
someone-
remember, a lot of people wear like the same 1 or 2 pairs of shoes for a good while, so
Yeah.
you know,
All right,
it's,
let's give
it's something you can get used to.
And for
Also
a blind
voices.
Anyway, let's present the badge.
Lamiroir, her other senses are cute.
I'm sorry, but my information about the outside world is somewhat limited. I only know what I have heard or felt,
Well, why don't you feel the badge then?
because I'm not touching it.
Maybe that explains why she didn't react when I showed her stuff the other day.
I mean, if you're just showing something to me, well, I can't see, Wise.
She was still
Well,
pretending
I
she could
mean,
see
at
them.
the time, they didn't know that.
Yeah. I'll give him this. It was actually kind of well hinted at. I mean, again, the problem is how the court hides it, and how you are kind of forced to not bring that up.
That was
But the
quite a
foreshadowing
statement
itself
made
is
in court.
nice.
About hearing Darian Christian's voice at the scene of the crime.
Again, this seems like the kind of convenient thing that the prosecution would get, but I digress. I did not know his name.
Plot twist, you actually met him like a year ago or something.
Maybe. But I never forget a voice.
Well, your song's so boring, and probably I'm surprised I didn't forget your voice.
Wait!
Lamiroir, is something the matter? We're doing this again?
Wait,
Yes, we are.
wait, wait,
This
wait!
case really loves repetition.
That voice! Just now.
I was so tempted to just skip over these, but
I will make you understand my vision too.
It was him. I am
Yeah.
sure of it.
I was tempted to skip over these, but well, they might be important, so
No way.
Well, it depends.
Okay,
because
okay,
this
okay.
is-
Dwibs. To be fair, again, this is a flashback to being told about what's the previous chapter of this particular case. So, honestly, flashbacks like these are kind of necessary in case you haven't played the game for a while. I mean, flashbacks like those are fine. I only bring up issues of flashbacks when, we're given the same flashback umpteen times. Like, literally, practically back-to-back with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say that flashback was fair.
I was on my way backstage from the stage.
That is when I heard his voice.
I'm guessing Darren and Mr. Latouche were talking about something.
The next moment, I heard those gunshots.
Maybe that's actually the motive. The motive. Latouche really just said that he had a shitty haircut.
Which luckily Lamiroir can't see.
I mean, it's similar to Josu's case, and he really gets pissed off when you say something about his hair.
Again,
No.
guys, his hair is supposed to look like the nose of a goblin shark. No, seriously, look it up. That's what a goblin shark's nose looks like.
Mm.
I never imagined the gunshots might be real. I thought they wouldn't exist.
I imagine he bumps into a lot of things with the hair like
And
that.
I was in quite a hurry myself.
Deep
I left the
breath,
scene at
Pedro.
once.
Pedro.exe has encountered a problem and needs to.
No.
You
I
So-
only, no. Dude, I only stopped responding for a couple.
It really was Darian's voice that she heard.
Oh, so we just pulled a Windows Vista then.
Yeah,
This.
at least she certainly thinks it was.
That bullet doesn't exist.
Anyway, let's talk about Machi.
Again. The reason that line works is because it's Von Karma saying it. Like, of course Von Karma would use a BS excuse like that. I was singing in a restaurant in Virginia
It's not so
after
much
they
the
had
fact
had
that
their
he's
dino crisis.
That's a video, but that's fine. But the fact that everybody goes along with that is what bothers me.
Well, again, it's because he's Von Karma with his intimidation factor. Also, the logic is essentially that the bullet ain't there. We went through this already.
Yeah.
Yes, playing the piano, just like our good old Phoenix Wright, who's played not to play the piano. He was very kind to me.
Guilty
When he
as
learned I
charged.
could not see. Oh yeah, basically she and Machi met that one day in a Borginian restaurant.
Is that when you started playing opposites?
I remember it like it was a flashback.
Only being told.
Mm. With Machi pretending he couldn't see.
No, it wasn't then. That would be a bit too stupid.
A bit. Just a bit.
Lord knows we could use less of that.
Hmm.
That began after our major debut.
Really.
After I became known as the landscape painter in sound.
And then someone in the background yells, "Bullshit!"
It must have been tough for Machi.
Yeah, they were tough.
Pretending he couldn't see, and all the while acting as your eyes.
He mustn't have been able to blink or something.
Don't even blink.
Sunglasses.
The shades.
Yeah, the shades.
We held hands always.
Too lewd. I need
Also,
a
we
minor.
can-
Shame on you, Lamiroir.
You know, I gotta wonder, was Machi...
We can still blink, Dwibs.
Was Machi an orphan or something? Like, he
Nah,
just
I
happened to
thought-
be
I
at a
thought-
restaurant?
I thought usually what you have to do if you're pretending to be blind is just not blink or something.
Yeah, Joe. Machi's gonna become Daredevil.
Well, Machi's not blind.
Well, okay, fine. He's gonna become pretend Daredevil.
I think I see what she's getting at.
Wouldn't it be Lamiroir that becomes Daredevil?
Machi would never harm a soul.
It's just, well, okay. That's a good idea, Joe. We're going to reboot the Daredevil franchise, and this time we'll have a female Daredevil.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know, I mean... I have yet to see Daredevil Season 3. I hear it's a lot better than Season 2, so I guess we'll see where that goes. Though I'm starting to wonder if Daredevil may need a reboot, considering how the other series are one by one getting chopped down.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not. No one did.
I guess that's what it means to be undercover.
So, wow, they really took their business seriously. Almost no one else knows the truth.
But someone was after him.
Maybe his estranged parents were wondering where the hell he's been after he ran away from home?
They had to know who he really was. A bastard.
Why did he pose as my manager? I do not understand. Oh, even Lamiroir's in the dark about why Mr. Latou's posed as her manager.
Well, I'm guessing it's too risky for anyone to know.
You have no idea.
I'm being kept in the dark, both literally and figuratively. I can only
It's
assume
poetic.
that he was investigating me, but why?
What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, look at me. I'm rather suspicious looking, don't you think?
Just because you wear a veil doesn't mean you're suspicious.
Oh, we finally got rid of that scare. Perhaps it is not so, but I cannot deny the possibility. Maybe I had a past life where I was a psycho villain. Because
Well,
of
he
my
wasn't a
condition.
manager for very long, so...
Wait, maybe, just maybe, Lamiroir is Dahlia brought back from the dead the same way Goda was brought back from the dead after he supposedly got poisoned.
Jova,
No.
please
That
keep
would-
your,
Jova?
keep your attorney fan fiction to yourself.
Pedro,
please.
Jova?
Pedro, you have to admit
Take
that
a
would have
nap.
Pedro, you have to admit that would have been a better plot twist than what's actually going to happen with her.
Anyway,
I guess
God damn
the
it,
plot-
he's right!
Yes.
Speaking of darkness,
Let's just say, folks, there is
I
actually
have
a
no
very
idea.
big plot twist involving Lamiroir coming up, and my fanfiction would have been way, way better than where they're going with her.
God damn it,
Could I
he's right.
leave the LP?
Oh, no. Sure.
I'm following her suit.
Sure. Sure, ATO, you guys buckled up for this ride? Look, I know you have enjoyed the...
The ride never ends!
Guys, with every high of a series, there comes the
I'm
low.
not
Oh,
even sure.
so
Yeah,
apparently-
okay.
she's
She
got
has
no
a-
memory of the time before she became Lamiroir.
Yes, I awoke
Sorry,
from darkness into darkness, you might say.
Okay,
Kingdom
hold
Hearts!
on. What I can puzzle so far from this is that Mr. Toulouse-Lautrec wanted to protect Lamiroir because being an Interpol agent, being heavily armed, and keeping all this kind of secrecy, even to the point of switching the blinding roles.
But it begs the question, why an
why?
Interpol agent having an interest with an international pop star? Like, don't get me wrong.
No, it's
My,
more like
my
why?
theory-
What does Lamiroir rep? What
But
does
guys,
Lamiroir
I got-
really is?
Guys, I got an idea of what the plot twist might be. She was never actually a singer. She was just miming, and then someone was in the background singing on the mic.
What is this, singing in the rain?
Perhaps I
Considering
oh,
we
here
don't
we
know all
go.
the informations,
Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in the past. Everything
Maybe
before
this
becoming
is-
Lamiroir is lost.
yeah,
to me.
like considering you don't know the full information, the only thing that I can guess at this point is that she's on some sort of important political figure for Virginia, and they're using this as a scheme to extradite her.
Okay, let me put it like this. You know how...
Because but that's the thing. There is an episode in Murder She Wrote where it kind of unfolds like this.
I mean, okay, look, let's just say this. Lamiroir has a lot of potential. Like, imagine this. She could have been a terrible person in her memory, but she has no idea of remembering. You remember how they kind of did something like... Okay, I'm not going to say they did the exact same thing in this, but think back to Trials and Tribulations, where, you know, we had the weird mysterious thing with Iris, where at first we thought she's Dahlia, but then it seemed like she was Dahlia, but changed. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. Anyone else realize something? Let's see. The first case, we have a dear friend of Phoenix that he trusts but betrays him. Gee, kind of like his girlfriend who he trusted but betrayed him in the first case again of Trials and Tribulations. We got a case involving a guy who wants to be found guilty, just like Stolen Turnabout. We got this case, which, okay, to be fair, this case takes... Okay, this case doesn't take anything from Trials and Tribulations, but this case is kind of terrible on its own.
Good point.
And let's just say, like the fourth case, things will come to a recurring tilt point. The point being is like, well, anyone else feel like maybe, just maybe this game feels like Trials and Tribulations, but weaker? Again, I mean, again, I get it. Trials and Tribulations is still considered the best Ace Attorney game by most folk, but... This, again,
Alright, let's try
you got
Divinity
what's
then.
arguably the strongest Ace Attorney game, followed by the weakest Ace Attorney game, and the
Hold on,
weakest Ace
Divis.
Attorney game, which feels like a bit of
Yeah,
a
hold on,
diet
Divis.
version.
We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second... Okay, that bit's not important. It's not even true anyway.
Oh, thank you! Would you like for me to sing it for
Rude.
you live?
That reminds
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I'm sure
Hold on,
you
hold on.
and your voice double will be proud.
Yeah.
That was an incredible illusion you pulled off.
I like to also mention, since I'm usually the one who does this, again, it's not even just the various contradictions of the plot and plot hole, and by that I mean unintentional contradictions, and the overall various similarities that Joe just pointed out. The biggest problem with this game to me is the fact that most of the characters are boring and nowhere near as engaging as, because Ace Attorney is a series that lives and dies by its characters. If you like, and that's the biggest thing that this series has. It's larger than life characters, and Trucy, outside of Trucy and a couple others, none of the characters really stand out. Like Lamiroir, for example, here, she's about as interesting as a fucking plank of wood.
Oh, she'll stand out later. We're all gonna regret it when she stands out later.
For all the wrong reasons, but for now she's a plank of wood.
Yeah. Okay.
I was wondering, do you think
Yeah,
you can tell us how it was done?
Hey, you really want to know? Here, come a little closer.
Yeah,
Closer.
I'm close enough, thank you.
I don't like where this is going.
A magician never reveals secrets, dummy.
Ugh, damn it.
No, Dwibs, that's it's that particular segment in Atmosphere where the gatekeeper tells you to calm these clovers, even and then he yells in your face.
But it kind of loses its impact
Oh.
when it's through a TV screen.
Go figure.
That
was
is a
afraid of
stupid
that.
name, huh, maggot?
Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know.
That's the problem with the original Atmosphere. It's trying to be scary, but half the time it's just
All
funny.
right. To go more off of Pedro's point, think about it like this. As we clearly saw...
Hold on.
Never mind.
The music stopped for a
I'm
reason.
reminded that I wish to speak to you about something.
What?
Can my
What?
character... Can my
Something,
character
but I don't
please
remember
get-
what.
When I was
Can my
walking
character
this
please get
hallway
a-
before...
Can my character please get something of a personality other than weird person?
Oh, you'll get it,
A
Lamiroir.
small device?
You'll get
Oh,
it.
it's that thing on the ground on her left.
Yeah, and for some reason before this point, when I pass over it, you know, in the
What?
examine
Oh,
bit,
it's an earpiece.
it doesn't let me
It's a
look at it.
microphone and an earpiece.
That's been lying there since the day before yesterday.
I mean,
That's my big problem when I
Bothered to put it.
when I try.
I mean,
I tried to pass over it earlier with the examine bit, but it wouldn't let me press it.
I mean, here's the thing.
Touch it.
It's
That's the thing, Jova. So far in this game, my favorite witness is the perv who sold Trucy's panties. Like,
yeah, I like him too. Again.
He actually stands out because he actually has a fucking personality.
Exactly. And
But most of them, the second case in general, can just fuck itself right off in general.
let me put it like this: the second case would have been perfectly fine if the villain wasn't all bouts of pacing wonkers. Like, okay, you know it's a weird case. In the second case, it's actually the first half that's arguably the better half, whereas the second half things fall apart, which is a shame because the Katakis, except for Walkie, are actually cool. Like Plum Kataki was actually a pretty awesome character with her knife inside her broom and everything.
And they do nothing with her. But anyway, it's one of the earpieces.
Right.
I wonder whose this is.
Maybe Latouze's?
We use it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing. Maybe it just happened to belong to a random staff member.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that would be assuming that there's such a thing as coincidence in this universe.
We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him.
I guess we're playing fair.
For a second there, I said Professor Gavin.
Yes, that's the best. Thank you. Well, I guess it does belong to him technically since it's part of stage.
Are
property.
Trucy and Apollo still under the investigation contract?
Trucy, no.
So, can I put it on?
Well,
No!
that's why we're
No.
going to go return it to him.
Okay.
Please.
No. Headset attached to Trucy.
Aww.
There you go, she
that
actually
is
did.
cute.
Oh.
Does her sprite actually change or
Oh.
No. Oh.
Okay.
Hold on, Shirei.
Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo.
Oh god, she broke the fourth wall.
Trucy, leave the fourth wall alone. Come on.
Okay,
Trucy.
someone's got to repair
Yeah,
it.
that sounds kind of like a Yora type of android.
Everyone on staff was wearing one of these sets. This might warrant some further inquiry.
You know what this reminds me of? Linda Basil from Turnabout, Recipe for Turnabout.
Yes.
Like, she's
Yes,
literally made to be GLaDOS-like.
Headset is attached. Now behold as I start reading Nietzsche.
Here we go.
Sure.
10-4.
10-4, yeah.
And
That's-
this is Trucy reporting in. Over. Like
It's
that.
a call.
right.
It's a
This
radio
is
call.
Trucy reporting in. Over.
Why the sun silent?
Well, obviously she's got to listen to whoever's responding.
No one answered.
What a surprise.
No comment.
Nobody came.
Don't be silly.
What good is a receiver that doesn't receive?
I don't know. What good is a magician doesn't magic?
Well, but Trucy does magic though.
Not much though.
That's like Emma not performing forensic investigation.
I heard that!
Rub the salt in the wound even more, would you?
Okay.
You're impressed sound like she's some kind of forensic
All right.
investigator.
Might as well mention the context behind that. Originally, Emma was supposed to be the protagonist of Ace Attorney Investigations, but she kind of got snubbed for the role in favor of a more popular character.
We went full Banjo-Kazooie and have her being the butt of a joke.
Let me put it like this.
Unless she's a super high-tech android that runs on snackoos.
There you go, Till. That's the plot twist. Emma is the android.
Can I ask you about this headset, Lamiroir?
Just don't ask me about how it looks.
Okay, Jova, your fanfiction is better than the actual plot twist, but I still prefer mine where it's revealed that this is actually an alternate universe. An alternate continuity of Ace Attorney.
You said that all
Where?
Conquer people were wearing one.
What's the twist of this alternate universe?
The twist of this alternate universe is that it gets
Is that
destroyed.
it never happened?
It never happens.
It's like the Flashpoint universe.
Well, hey, some of the later games kind of treat it like that, so wish granted.
Not that I blame. Well, to be fair, I mean they.
Oh,
do
I'm not
still
blaming
keep
them
the better
entirely.
elements.
Well, I'm not blaming them entirely. And by Ace Attorney 6, they do fully acknowledge that all of Ace Attorney 4 happened.
Emma kept her snackoos, for example.
It's just mainly Ace Attorney 5. A lot of people were worried that some things from Ace Attorney 4 were going to get swept under the rug forever. But
honestly,
fair,
most of the things were for the better anyway, so I'm fine with that.
People were worried we weren't going to get Emma back.
Oh, we did.
We did.
Eventually.
Anyway, though, back to this. They only work within 30 feet or so.
She even now has a new prosecutor to be shipped with by the fence.
Who, I'll admit, I prefer that ship.
Nah.
And a stronger signal would interfere with the sound system.
Well, the answer's simple. Switch off all the analog TV signals. No one's using them now anyway. That's how we solved it. That makes sense.
Does it?
No, it doesn't.
You'd think someone would notice if they dropped their only communications lifeline. Well, phone a friend. So why was this one lying here? Anyway, but we'll get back to this in the next part.
Anyway, I'm just gonna sum up the gist with this game. See, we saw with Justice for All what happens when Shu Takumi gets rushed, and it's clear that he kinda got rushed with this game. Here's the thing though, Justice for All had the advantage that it was running off of a world already established well enough by the first game. So, yeah, we had to rush through stuff, but we knew the characters well enough. Here, not only did he get rushed, but midway through development, he got mandated to change up certain characters here and there, so we've got even a bigger mess here.
See ya in the next part when we continue looking around.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.